Yeah, I'm Dan. I'm a consultant on youth and communities, and I work with different people like the British Council and Department for International Development and some charities as well. So.
Okay, and what are you doing here today?
I'm helping to facilitate an event called Listen Up, Young People in Democracy. And it's an interesting event, especially because of the amount of countries that we've got involved. We've got over 30 countries in the room, and people are coming from lots of different backgrounds. Some people have got project backgrounds, they're running projects with young people. Some people have got a bit more of a policy background. Some work for funders. So yeah, it's a good group.
So what's your role here as a facilitator? What do you actually do?
Well, at the moment I'm doing quite a lot because it's the beginning, so I'm standing and I'm waving my arms and shouting and pointing. But hopefully, I'm guiding a kind of process, but gradually I'll disappear and the group will organise itself and discuss the issues that they want to discuss.
So it's your job to get the conversation going, essentially?
Yeah, essentially.
Right, okay. And so do you have any specific techniques of doing that? Any tools that you use?
Yeah, I mean, I use a different range of tools depending on the group. So with this group, we're trying to use some creativity. At the moment, they're working with images and pictures. And also we use discussion techniques, such as the World Cafe, which you might know, which is based on the idea that all the best conversations happen in the coffee break. So we're going to do that tomorrow. And we're also doing open space, which is where they decide the topics they want to discuss, they decide where to discuss them, they decide how long the discussions will go on, and they just get on with it and do it. I mean, that's essentially where I go to bed, that's that session. So yeah, it's a range of different approaches.
And what are the challenges in a group this size?
One of the biggest challenges, I think, as a facilitator is that you always want to have a sense of the group, where they're at, touch the pulse. But at the moment, it's quite difficult for me because we've got a group of 50 and I'm delivering from the front at the moment on my own. So that's the one thing that I worry about slightly, is just losing a little bit of the personal touch, where you get a bit of an insight of how people are feeling and how it's going.
Are you getting a sense of how it's going there?
It seems good. They seem to be, they arrived ready and willing and very buzzy. So I think, I think it's going well. I mean, ultimately, there's only so much that you can do from the front in relation to these things. I think people have to come with their own questions, and they have to travel their own journey over the 2 days and find out what they need to know, because there's no consensus in the group about what they want to know or achieve. I think people will be coming with very different expectations because they have very different levels of experience. So in a way, I think it's good as long as they're kind of asking the right questions for themselves, then they should be fine.
They seem like a pretty motivated bunch.
Yeah. I mean, you get, at this kind of event where you're looking at youth and democracy, you get some of the kind of very activist and motivated, and that's perfect.
Brilliant.